Terra Luna Classic burns. We're going to talk about it a bit more in this video. What is the latest in proposals for burning Terra Luna Classic? How do we continue to really remove supply from the ecosystem, as well as giving you an update on those Binance burns? We're halfway through the month. I'm just going to update you exactly where they sit, as well as taking a look at the price action. So if that's something you're interested in, well, sit down, relax, because let's get into it. So taking a look at the broader cryptocurrency market, we see at 1.6 trillion. We have seen the market cool a little bit on that big run up yesterday. 24.5K on Bitcoin, ETH 1655. Market total down 2.5%. Now, I'm going to quickly just scroll down. We can get down into the high 50s, the low 60s, the 61st highest ranked cryptocurrency right now. Terra Luna Classic, 6.5% down on the day. So it is unfortunately on a downward trend. 12.42 is the current price. Now, if you watched my video yesterday, particularly where I talked about some movement of Luna Classic out of an FTX hot wallet into a Kraken main wallet, and we know that those were then sold, I'm not surprised the price is down. It gives us a layer of context to understand why it is. And ultimately, right now, lower price supports the burn. What we have to then see underneath that is building on the ecosystem, ensuring that when the market changes, that Terra Luna Classic is absolutely ready to move with the rest of it. Volume at 104 million is always a positive. However, 20% down on yesterday, and our market cap actually quite low at $734 million. Now, there's a number of reasons where we can argue that. You see that circulating supply is about to drop below 5.9 trillion. So again, it continues to come down as we see people staking their Luna Classic. Now, with all that being said, what is the latest going on? Well, we had an auto add withdrawn auto burn buttons on Terra Station. It's a very interesting concept. I wanted to just touch on this and give you my views on it, but this is the kind of thing, in my opinion, where we are thinking differently. I think the Terra Luna Classic community, you guys watching this video, are absolutely some of the most strong-willed and ultimately dedicated communities out there to really support what we're trying to build with Terra Luna Classic. And when we see things like this, an auto withdrawn, auto burn button, and ultimately what's it going to do? Well, it says the proposal is to create an option to automatically burn your staking rewards based on a daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly basis. You should have the ability to toggle what rewards currency on wanted to burn. Hopefully this change will be passed and may help automate some of the tasks for the community and increase the burn speeds as well. Again, for me, there's 2 points really to reference this. Yes, it's great that we see community burns. It is. Let's not deny that. It's great that the community want to burn it. However, it's a small proportion, and you're always going to have those people that don't. That's always going to be the people that say, I'm just going to sit on mine and I'll let everyone else burn. Remember, cryptocurrency can be incredibly selfish at the same time, particularly when you're talking about money. Now, there's 2 bits to this that I think are important. A, the community support, and ultimately allowing them to burn theirs, but at the same time, a validator auto burn. A lot of validators back in the day, and you can go back and watch videos on YouTube, you can go back and look at tweets that people put out, committed to burn a significant amount of Terra Luna Classic. And in my opinion, I've covered this on a few videos, we haven't seen that. Now, what we have seen is tokens like Lunatic's token and Cremation Coin that come in and commit to burn and do that. We also see some validators that are absolutely committed to burn, but generally speaking, we're not seeing enough from those. So I think an auto burn button for the community as well as those validators, because remember, as a validator, you are also getting a benefit from doing that task. Now, I am not a validator. I have no intention of being a validator, and I'm sure there's a lot that goes into running a node. However, at the same time, if you commit to doing something, in my opinion, then you should absolutely follow it through. But definitely an interesting proposal. I could see this working. I could see, certainly in my opinion, I would happily burn a percentage of my staking rewards every single day, week, month, whatever it will look like, if that continually supported the Luna Classic movement. And I could totally see that. People seem to be responding to it. So far, 98% have voted yes. It's a small proportion. We'll see how it all kind of pans out over the course of next week. We'll keep you updated as always. Now, also, it's taking a look at the state bin. We can see this continually to come down. The supply continues to come down. We look at the stats, 13.82%, 948 billion Luna Classic is currently what's staked. We have seen that pull back a little bit as we see the transactions here. So we see some big delegation losses on a number of validators, as well as some movements in terms of validating and equally people moving in. Now, the Qcoin one is a very interesting one, over 800 million Luna Classic put within Qcoin. Is that Qcoin holders? Is that Qcoin up to their old tricks? What we do know, and I think I'm pretty much safe in saying this, is that Qcoin basically don't vote on any proposal, and they're only here for one reason, and it's to just have a seat at the table and ultimately take some of those rewards. I don't believe they've voted on anything. You guys will be able to tell me if that's not true or not, but at the same time, I don't believe they have. We've seen some interesting developments out of Terra Rebels as well as Terra Civita. Their platform's coming soon to continue that demand of burning and increasing our utility. Now, with all that being said, where do we currently sit in the Binance burns? Now, here we go. So this is the current trading volume over the last kind of couple of weeks since we got that last burn, 8.8 billion. Where do we sit? Well, currently it would be a total volume based through this, about $354 million. Taking that into consideration, how that all filters through, we're looking currently about a 1 billion coin burn. Now, remember, only halfway through the month, and again, it's 50% of that total. So hopefully we can see about 2.5 billion at the end of the month. Culminate that with the other mechanisms that we have. We are starting to generate a consistent amount of tokens burnt on Terra Luna Classic. It's nowhere near enough, but raising the burn rate is absolutely not the answer right now. So if you take a look at the price, we see this big sell-off. Again, a lot of this in some of these cases, we know the 13th, we saw about $2 million moved out of that FTX wallet and sold. If we go back a little bit further on this one, we also know that we saw some more, if I go back to the daily chart, we saw some more sold on there as well. So you can see this big dump back here on the 3rd. We also see this one on the 13th. And we also see this back in February. We know some big amounts. In total, it's about $11 million worth of Terra Luna Classic moved from an FTX hot wallet. We're investigating it. We're going to try and keep you up to date with exactly what's going on. If you guys have any information, for sure, follow me on Twitter. Send me a message. Let's try and understand exactly what's going on and why we are seeing Terra Luna Classic move out there. But remember, lower price ultimately does mean more tokens burn. There is probably a bigger picture to understand with all of this, but we'll keep you up to date with all the latest going on with Terra Luna Classic. The market does look like it's cooling. Terra Luna Classic bearing the brunt of it right now, but we'll keep you up to date. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. Turn the notification bell on so you know when we go live, 5 p.m. Eastern, because of daylight savings times. Also, when we upload our latest content. But thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you all. Stay strong, Luna Classic community, because there's more to come. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.